The city embraced him. When he got drafted, the only thing in my mind, I was saying, my baby's coming home.
He's from here. He's from Inglewood. He's been talked about since 2nd grade. So the city grew with him just like he grew with our family.
You had an unbelievable career. You really represented the city of Chicago, the Chicago Bulls, your family, and yourself very, very well. So I'm very proud of you and very happy for your special night.
This city knows greatness, and Derrick Rose represents a very special chapter in our history. He wasn't just a great player, he was our player, a player who carried this city with pride, humility, and heart.
What I saw in Derrick was a great player who knew he was good, but knew that his job was to make everybody around him better, because that's what would make the team win.
Derrick Rose, when you say Chicago, he is Chicago.
He played the game the right way. No shortcuts, no excuses, just hard work.
From Chicago, at guard 6'3", number 1, Derrick Rose.
He's the exact person that you want to represent your city.
Hello and welcome to another Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and spin it. I'm Sun-EB7 and thank you for joining. Finally. Anyway, inside joke. Yeah, so you saw the video up front. Isn't that special? Derrick Rose couldn't be a better guy. You know, there's just certain people, you know, you understand the killer instincts in like a Jordan or Kobe or what's his name? The stars. And so Iverson. Then you see a killer. Well, I don't know if you say that word on here, but you see that guy that has that instinct, but he doesn't, but his personality is kind of soft. Like he's not a rah-rah guy. He's not a run-up-on-you guy. He's just a guy that knows what he's supposed to do, and he comes out, and he's going to destroy you, but he's going to be nice about it. That's Rose. Rose is a destroyer, and the way he would get off the floor, and on top of that, Rose was the kind of guy that you got a plan for him. He's up there. He's up there with the greats. I'm glad that Chicago retired his jersey. I didn't think about it because all Chicago talk about is Jordan. But here, you know, they retired his jersey, and I think it was the best thing, one of the best things to see, especially now with all this stuff going on. Seeing that was really good to see. I've watched him play over the years, and then I watched his highlights, and it never gets old. You just, you don't see no statues, no posters, no nothing. But then you pull up a highlight of him playing, and you're trying to figure out why. Why don't you see that? The dude was just, you know. As a matter of fact, Derrick Rose, when he was in college, when I seen him at Memphis, and I think Penny Hardaway was the coach back then. I think Penny Hardaway was the coach. If he wasn't, it didn't matter. I watched him at Memphis. That dude used to get off the floor. You know who he remind me of? He remind me of, what is his name? He played for Minnesota. He came from UNLV back in the day. I seen that dude. He ain't but 6'1", 6'2". I seen him go up the top of the square on the glass often, like a lot. I got his poster. For some reason, I can't get rid of it. I don't try to throw it away, but I move. And when I move, things get damaged. But not that. That poster has been with me. It's probably worth some money. It's signed. It's a signed poster, and I can't think of his name. He's got this... I'll get it. But anyway, that's who Derrick Rose remind me of, those two. 6'1", 6'2", get off the floor like they got air in their shoes. Like they got power boosters. Excuse me. But yeah, at Memphis, I knew he was going to be a star. Yeah, he played. Matter of fact, they almost won. The last game they played, I can't remember if that was a championship or in the Final Four. But they should have won that game. That was a hot one too, man. That was a really good game. And then he went on to the NBA and continued. He might have been better in the NBA than he was at Memphis, and he was a beast in Memphis. I think he had a problem with health in Memphis. I seen him go out a few times because he was hurt, miss some plays or miss some games, and a lot of times that'll continue when they go to the pros. It'll get worse, but he didn't. He didn't suffer as much because at Memphis he had a problem. He was getting hurt. People was undercutting him too because he was getting so high up off the floor. And that's a long way to come down. So, but anyway, he's always going to be a treat to watch. And then watching that special and watching him with his mom and his family, yeah, that was bigger than I thought. I didn't have a thought in the first place. That's what I mean, is you knew Jordan was going to get that, and Pippen and different players, Magic Johnson. You forgot about Rose. Until you see him. When you see Rose, you remember exactly who he is. But when the lights go off, you forget about Derrick Rose because he's that quiet. He's not a rah-rah guy. He's quiet. He's a quiet assassin. He will destroy you. But he'll do it quietly. That's one of my favorite players. He's you don't see him on the podcast. He didn't do all that. Matter of fact, when he talked during this thing, that was the first time I seen him talk. I mean, that much. He doesn't talk. And so, even when he interviews, it's short and sweet. He doesn't say a lot. But he says his game is loud. His game is super loud. And I enjoyed watching that. And, while we're on the subject of Derrick Rose, how great do you have to be to get Jordan to give you a tribute? I've never seen that. I don't remember ever seeing Jordan give anybody a tribute. Besides Kobe. And that's the only person I've ever seen him give a tribute to. Now, he might have given some tributes. I don't remember any, but yeah, Jordan is usually not going to give you a tribute. I don't know anybody else. But that's a good segue into the basketball season. And matter of fact, this might be an NBA thing. They might have done this to get everybody to transition over to the NBA now, because everybody's so focused on football. This is a rare year. Usually in the past, by the time the playoffs is halfway over, people already switched over to NBA and started watching it, including myself. This year we didn't do it. It's probably because it's a little intriguing with Sam Darnold going to the Super Bowl, the Patriots back in the playoff Super Bowl hunt. So it's probably a little more intriguing. You had the Shedeur Sanders thing that held people for a while. But now the transition is going to happen because there's nothing for another couple weeks until the Super Bowl, and right after that, people are going to switch over. They got to hurry. And the NBA got to hurry up and get their fans, because baseball's about to start too. And it's spring training going to come up in about a month and a half. So yeah, they've got to get it in. They've got to get their audience. Not that they won't. But here's another thing though. Basketball, NBA basketball in particular, and even college basketball, it's lost some zest. I just looked at was it the young man in Oklahoma City who won a championship. That's how good he is. But it's so, on here, if this was a long one, you will see Magic, Bird, and Jordan. And you think about over the decades, every decade had these players that you felt like there's nothing better than that. Every time you thought that, there's another one that came. The guard at Oklahoma City, which his name is like, it's the initials because his name's so long. But I'm trying to say this in a way where, it's not I don't want to diminish what he did because I saw him play, and I know he's very good. But I've played against players that they do just what they're supposed to do. You're not going to stop them. They go into the bucket. But then you play against players that, including myself, you play against players that they're going to make you look bad. There's a little more to the game. They're not just going to score. They're going to score in ways that make somebody ask, what are you doing? Are you D'ing him up? I said that to say, okay, the championship was won by Denver. And you look back and you go, damn, if you ain't watching basketball, you don't even know who won that championship. I mean, OKC, I should say. And when did the Lakers win a championship you didn't know about it? Or Boston? And everybody knows about that 76ers one because they should have had about 4 or 5. They lost them, but they finally got one. And when they got one, they got it. They swept the Lakers. But it's like you looked and there was Magic. There was Michael Cooper and Worthy and these dudes were legendary. And then you had Bird and Johnson and Ainge and the Chief. And oh boy with the big shoulders. You had all them. And then you had Isaiah and Dumars and what's the big man name? Lambeer and all them. Even Rodman was on that squad. These names, these are big time names, but now I don't see it. It might be me. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. But that being said, it might be different this year. It hasn't been. That's another reason why people haven't switched over. That might be another reason. LeBron James playing for 57 years. No shade on him. To be in that kind of shape and to score like he does and do what he does in the league, that's good. I'm proud of him. But, yeah, if Magic Johnson had played that long, we probably wouldn't care about Magic Johnson. We'd be like, yeah, you've been in the league. You should be the logo. But, it is what it is. It's just there's something missing in the NBA. There's something missing, and I can't really put my finger on it. I just know that the Oklahoma City teams, when they had Durant and Westbrook and all them, of course, Curry and them, that squad, the Boston squads when they had, what was his name, the answer or the question? I don't know. And all those guys with KG over there and all that. Even the Minnesota squads where they came that close. If it wasn't for Shaq and Kobe, Minnesota would probably have an NBA championship. And the Pistons teams back then, these teams had that Clippers team that had Blake Griffin and all those names. And I don't see that now. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. I'll have to watch a little closer. But that's all I got for now. Thanks for joining. If you hope you like, share, and subscribe, and take care. And remember, this story has been spun. Take care.